substantial lead, 30 points. But now we are seeing that they're rocketing right back. Now we are going to see a tied ball, or I'm sorry, guys. There it is right there. There it is, tied, and now they will take the lead. So great things coming from both of these teams, and this should be a very close map.
I could not agree more, but I think it's time to hop on board with Weasel. Weasel, 8 seconds left, holding down those last points for that hard point. He's going to be putting some shots down range, just trying to make somebody get away from him. Doesn't want anybody to challenge, just picking up 2 points, ended up that hard point. As now he's going to be rotating through Kitchen, and his team is going to lock down this hard point, but it is going to be an all-out scrap fest to get this one done. Everyone's going to be throwing everything they've got to hold down this middle hard point. As now you can see he pushes towards the yellow elbow, gets taken out, going to get that bottom spot, and his team right now is in excellent position to hold this hard point. They just need to break it right here.
And I'm on board with Denied, as we did see that he was in the hill, but Cheeto, he did rotate out, and kind of a questionable call. He did have a teammate that was rotating in, but it doesn't look like that any points were picked up for like 2 or 3 seconds, and in a close game, we both know that every second is important. So I'm going to jump on board with Text, as we do see that he is in the hill right now, rocking that MSMC, just trying to hold the points down for his team. We see that 95 to 99 now, as we do see that Essential and Woot, the Woot is in the hill, and they continue to push the score up. Now it is 97 to 104, so it could come right down to the final second.
You know what? I think every time that we've cast together, James would come down to the last final seconds on the rate hard point. All, 2 or 3? This will be the 3rd time, I believe. But, I'm going to get on board with Cynosure. Weasel the Woat, the worst of all time. Clearly not the worst of all time, as he's been making some excellent plays. He is going to be pushing through the middle of the map, having to break that hard point. 45 seconds left to go. Is he going to get a chance? Shots are going to be fired. He's going to have to find an escape route. He's going to get down, picks up the 200 points right there. Excellent play, avoiding those bullets from the other team, as now him and his teammate are going to be assaulting up top. Raid is where he's going to be. He's going to take one out, but off the pillar. Benign going to take Weasel down, picking up an excellent 2-piece before finally getting shut down.
All right, guys, and this is getting very exciting. You can see the score continue to climb. Now we have 113 to 18, as both teams just frantically trying to pick up this hill. The hill is going to rotate back to Kitchen, and we are seeing that 12 seconds left, so we're going to have to see a huge rotation here, Cheeto. The first team to pick up this hill right now is going to clean up the first initial points and try to hold off the defense so that they can pick up the points to win here. We are seeing that 130 to 118, though, as we do see that Sanity Baby and your man Mittens are in the hill right now. Mittens will go down, as the Woot will rotate in to give Sanity a little bit of help, but Sanity rotates out, does get 2 players, but will get taken down. The Woot, the only player left, and Mittens will rotate back in as well. So great rotation coming from this team right now as they continue to try to hold this hard point down.
Yeah, but now it does look like 4B is broken in and broken the hard point, but now they just have to survive this assault. Tech's going to pick up one, cannot connect on Sanity to pick up the second one. This Camper is going to be his turn to get in there, and he's actually going to break that hard point by himself, a one-man wrecking machine. But coming from the backside is going to be Cynosure, as 1, 2, 3, Essential going absolutely huge. I believe he actually picked up the 4th right there to shut down the entire enemy team by himself, showing that he may be the GOAT.
Oh, absolutely, and he may be someone to be reckoned with, as we are seeing that 136. CN really needs to get something going here, as we do see that 248 left. It has rotated back to the garage, and it does look like that we do have CN picking it up right now. We see those first initial points being picked up, 143 to 154. They continue to try to tie this up and possibly take the lead, Cheeto, but great skill coming from both of these teams. They are so closely matched. The score is not a blowout, guys. If we look at the overall scoreboard, and John, if I could go ahead and get that brought up right now, Camper dropping a 30 bomb, Cheeto, 30 and 17, 2 captures and 2 defense. But on the other side, Sanity Baby also dropping the 30 bomb, 31, 25, 4 captures and 1 defense. So these two teams are so closely matched that we could see this all night in a best of 7.
And I definitely could not agree more right there, as it's going to be time. Mittens, you are on the clock, as he is going to be holding off this hard point. Picks up 200 points right there, getting close to streaks. Going to have to hold this one off as he's being assaulted. Checking his backside, making sure no one comes up, but it's actually going to be a 1v1. And whoever wins this one's not going to pick up any time, as the hard point is going to go away. Mittens not connecting on that kill, and he is going to have to rotate quicker, but he is going to get taken out from the blue car. It was a decent play by Mittens, but I would have given up 3 points to give that rotation. But he is going to have that top spot. He needs to hold off that jungle area. But with that submachine gun, he's going to want to push straight down into that hill. And there comes the anchor for this Cynosure team, as I still can't get that team name right. It's gonna get me all night.
I'm just going to throw it out there that it is Team CN. So I am seeing CN Mittens and Weasel the Woot is in the hard point right now. They had great positions for their team to hold this down, as we did see that they will take that lead right now. Cheeto 188 to 165, and 4B really needs to make something happen here. We did see that it did go tied and that CN did take the lead, but right now 4B's really got to be in desperation mode. 58 seconds left. We are seeing 171 to 188, and they do have control of it right now, but we are seeing 6 seconds left before it will rotate to the middle tree area, and both teams are going to frantically push in here. They know that they have to hold this to win and pull this one out.
Yeah, you know, I think it's time to hop on board with Camper, as Camper is going to be holding off in red. He has been the anchor, so you know what? Let's get a little bit sub-oriented here. Go on board with Mr. Organic, as Organic's going to be assaulting that hardpoint. Picks up 1, 28 seconds left on the clock. Picks up 2, cannot connect on the third one, as he is going to go down, and I believe that is going to be good riddance for this first map, as Cynosure is going to take this one over 4B about 220 to 180, and let me tell you, that was an incredibly close game for a 50-point difference.
Oh, I couldn't agree more with you, as we do see both of these teams, you know, great gun skill from both teams. I love the aggression, and we'd love to see the rotation. It looked like that both teams were rotating. I know that you pointed it out at the very beginning that we didn't see the great rotation from 4B to pick up that anchor position, but you know what? They held down that raid side, got some great points, but then CN really just came alive, and we see it right there, guys. Weasel the Woot will pick up the final kill on Venide, and it is Cynosure picking up the first map of a best-of-7 raid hardpoint, 227 to 178, and the top of the ladder board, oh Sany baby, dropping that 40 bomb. Cheeto, absolutely great plays from him, and if I had to call it right now, he'd be my player to watch.
I think they're all players to watch. You know, I think we're going to see a lot of huge plays by each player on every team tonight. I mean, it's always somebody different that's making the plays. You look at those top teams, you see people like, let's see, who do we want to pick out? Let's pick apart Envy. You look at people like Karma, Rambo, JCap. All of them make huge plays at different times, and I think that's what we're going to see tonight. Not one person making all the same plays all night.
All right, guys. So if we just look at a little bit of the breakdown here of the overall scores, it does look like that, you know, Camper played a very good game, Cheeto. We can't take anything away from him. Rocking that 5,400, you know, just right under Sany baby. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't have the overall scoreboard up right now. I could bring it up, but it looks like that we are going to get ready to jump right into a capture the flag on standoff. I love this map, Cheeto. I love that you got that close combat, especially in Capture the Flag, as aggressive as it is with those initial pushes and the aggressive pushes, and then also that aggressive defense. So I'm excited to see what this map is going to bring in these two teams.
Could not agree more. You know, I wish I could talk straight. Standoff, one of my favorite maps. And I think we are going to hop on board with Venide. I believe Venide is actually the captain of 4B. He's been around on this 4B roster for a while, if I can date back to MW3, just because the name rings a little bit of a bell. But he is going to have that submachine gun, and early on, pushing the mid-street, getting incredibly ballsy. Notices one gets taken out by Sanity right there, as it looks like he got a little too aggressive. And, you know, that mid-street area is a very bad spot to be in for a submachine gun player. It is just mowed down by an assault rifle area.
All right, guys, and I was seeing Oh Sanity Baby, and I was on board with him. Cheeto, it looked like that he pushed up very aggressively, but without any support from his team, he will get taken out, as we do see that 4B playing some great defense. Now we're going to see another aggressive push, as I do believe that is Mittens right now in the middle area, and just like you called it, it's so wide open. You're easy pickings for anybody that has an assault rifle, as he does go down. It does look like that Camper right now on a 3-kill streak, rocking that M8A1. It does look like he has overkill, so we see that MSMC come out as well. And it looks like he's just kind of playing back, trying to play a little bit of defense, watching for the rotation from CN, and he's playing great right now.
I wish he would have been on a denied screen right there, because he pushed in that hardpoint, or the flag, smoked it out, and absolutely turned on Essential, just turned him up. That was crazier than a party with 2 chains on a Saturday night. But, you know, time to hop on board with Camper on that 4-kill streak, as he is going to be protecting that back alley. He picks up another one on that 5-kill streak. Going to be working his way towards that Hellstorm and Lightning Strike. Also, that Stealth Chopper a little bit out of the reach, you know. But there isn't really a third streak, and this is one of those things. James, what do you use as a third streak? I mean, Sentry Gun. Sentry Gun's banned now. I'm sorry, but what do you choose as a third kill streak here?
You know, and most of the time when I'm watching streams or I'm casting streams, what we're seeing a lot of go to is that RX. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling on my words there a little bit. The remote control car is what I'm going to throw out there, guys. We're seeing that a lot, Cheeto. A lot of people are switching that up for their first, and then you're also seeing that Hellstorm and that Lightning Strike. So a lot of people are switching that out. What are your thoughts? I mean, do you like the RX CD?
RCXD.
That's exactly it, man.
I got you, man. You know, in my opinion, it's a great tool for S&D, but in a respawn game type, it's a little iffy. I definitely like to see. I don't know. I mean, Lightning Strike, Hellstorm are definitely two, but then you've gotta choose between something like a War Machine or the Death Machine. And, you know, for me, it's just a tough call because I don't really see a point in either, to be honest with you. And a Stealth Chopper is one of those where if you get your 2 streaks, you've honestly got to get them close to kill more to get the Stealth Chopper. And that's why we don't see it as much, I think.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, ultimately, if you wait around to get that Stealth Chopper, it may be towards the end of the game, and then it's pointless to use anyway. But to get back onto what we were saying, you know, the War Machine and the Death Machine, they're absolutely great weapons, but it seems like you can only use them for a short amount of time, Cheeto, because they're so difficult to maneuver with, and they're so difficult to reload. Take like the War Machine, you start firing, you only have so many ammunition before you have to reload, and then you're a sitting duck.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, but I think it's time that we hop on board with Mittens, as Mittens going to be the man solo pushing, but now he's going to push back as we did during our brief little sidebar about score streaks in life and whatever else we were rambling on about. The flags have been counter-pulled away with 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock as Mittens is going to be patrolling and watching that middle. Shots fired, and Mittens going to pick up that kill on Vinay before he can do any damage to his teammate, and it looks like both teams are going to be playing incredibly defensive right here.
You know, and we are seeing a little bit of a standoff on standoff as both flags have been pulled from each other's spawn. It does look like the O Saint Baby has the flag, and I'm not sure exactly who on 4B does have that flag. It did flash up there for a little bit, guys, but I'm not seeing it now. I'm going to switch over on board with Text, and Text does have it, so they're going to play a little bit of defense and kind of protect their flag carriers as we do see that Text will go down. So some great things coming from CN. Let's see if they can push it up and get that return, but the other 3 players really playing great defense in top grandmas to try to keep everybody away from this flag, and it looks like Text is just going to rotate back and pick it up, so we may not see a flag capture this round, Cheeto.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be up to Mittens and the flag carrier, which is going to be Sanity, as they're going to have to hold this one off, as Mittens actually picks up a great 2-piece right now. Now could be the time to strike as Essential and Mittens and Weasel all going to be pushing for this flag. Shots going to be fired, 18 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like Sanity is going to be setting up. 2 going to go down. The last one is going to be flagged. They have someone coming from the mid-street. Shots fired. Weasel not going to be taking him out, and this first side is going to go to a draw.
But that's what we love to see, man. We love to see the aggression. We love to see the pushes. You know, we had a chance to talk to Sharp when he came on stream, and he said, from a professional standpoint, the biggest thing about Capture the Flag is it's all about map control, you know, and that's what's nice to see from both of these teams. We see those aggressive pushes, but just like we had seen that Camper was really hanging out in that back alley area, you know, just the map control is what they had, but great defense coming from both sides because we did not see a flag capture. We've seen some flag pulls, but not really a flag capture.
Yeah, you know, I actually believe there's only one serious flag pull, and that was when both teams got it pulled out. So, you know, you're not seeing a lot of map control from either teams in there as they're both fighting for it. As if we can pull up the scoreboard right here, nothing really standing out. Cynosure actually all pretty even at 7 kills. But when you look at that 4B side, you see that Tech seems to be struggling a little bit, but you do have Camper and Vinay pulling it up at 11-4 and 12-12. So they're holding the team down right now, and I think it's time to hop on board with Sanity.
All right, guys, so I'm going to switch on board with Sanity as well. Cheeto, you called him out there. We are seeing that M8A1, and he's just kind of staying back by his flag, you know, just really playing defense in that top grandma's position. We do see him rotate down, but he's not going to venture too far away from that building, so he is on that 3-kill streak, but I'm going to jump where the action is. I'm going to jump on board with Mittens as we are seeing a gunfight go down in Middle Street. It does look like the bottom brown is going to be the place where it is going to go down, and Mittens will get taken out. So great plays coming from, I do believe that was... I'm sorry, guys, I lost him there. I do believe it was Camper who did pick up a nice kill there. So defense again, it's a defensive round. The first round, we are seeing a defensive round on the second round as well, Cheeto.
Yeah, you know, and I'm actually on board with Texas. Texas is going to be behind enemy lines, finally going to let some shots fire, and it looks like him and his teammate are going to be there to pull this one out. Shots going to be fired. They are going to have to connect as Organic's going to take him out as Tex looks like he's going to be able to get this one away, but that is going to be Camper on the flag. He's going to have